Alrighty, and hello everybody. So we have got a new figure. If you've been watching my videos, this for the last two I've been very excited for. They've been keeping me updated. Now this figure is it's pretty big. In fact, we gotta back up. Hold on. Okay, no wait, we have to back up more. Just a little bit more. Yeah, this figure is very huge. In fact, it's probably going to be one of the biggest ones that I have. So we get to pull back the curtain on my terrible desk setup. I am also going to be like officially in this video, so I'm probably going to be pretty dark, but it's what we got to do for this giant figure. Okay. So, it's huge. I should probably take off this plastic covering. Oh, this was badly planned. This was badly planned. Okay. Wow. So, the box, huge. Well made, like pleather, shiny gold pleather or like designs on top. This is an expensive figure, and it makes sense. They put a lot of care into this. I know they've been working on this for at least a year now. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and I mean, there's small things like this, or big things, that kind of make the pricing kind of make sense. This is, I said, not cheap. It was 300 something, but I was very excited for this. I thought the designs looked great, the art pictures looked really nice, and when I saw some of like the final products, that's kind of what made me like flip over to decide to get it. But the top, I don't think there's anything worth. No, on the bottom, yeah, there's a made in China sticker. There is like a little drawer on the front, nothing inside of it. I don't know if there's stuff that is going to be in there later to put in there, or if this is like, this would be like a nice little, this is a fancy box, you can keep it and do something for it. As well as there is a front covering. Wow. And you can open up the top as well. It's all on hinges. Now, on top there is instructions. I tried to look at it a little bit to prep myself, but there's it literally stops you when you go in and you look, because there is more foam. Okay, we're gonna try an attempt to take it out. Where's my shing? Let's see. I wonder if this is like a display box for this. It seems pretty fancy where it probably is, but who knows? Foam, fake foam. They packaged it well, so there's that. Silica packet, more foam. Okay, we're gonna take them out first. I don't want them falling forward. Oh my god, he doesn't have hands. He doesn't have hands. Now the box is definitely the biggest thing for this. This is a huge box. Silica packet. But I do think this is kind of like a display where you can put them in here, so that's kind of cool. And like I said, I guess this is made to where you could just put them. We didn't build it though. And there are a lot of little steps for this. I'm definitely going to actually follow the instructions. That's funny though, look. You gotta make sure that's focused. It says, the girl, the boy. Come on, y'all. Oh, there's little magnets. There's a little magnet here. There's a little magnet inside this, but I'm not gonna pick that up again, even though I should. It is a little bit jiggly, but now he's gonna be harder to put in because he has two pegs, one for each leg. There we go. Slide him in. And then it says, I mean, it's pretty simple at least to put together, but I want to make sure I'm following it in order. This is a low res picture too. You know what, we are gonna bring it in a little bit closer just so we can actually, because them themselves aren't actually that big. Dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun dun dun. You can see them now. Oh, they're magnetic too. Okay, everything's magnetic. Okay, got their hands in. It's a little bit of a small fit. But it is weird that they made the hands magnetic, I guess. Deep, 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 deep. Alright, you gotta turn him around. Because this is supposed to loop around. I do know that. And then you peg it through in this little back hole. This little reference picture, while it is a reference, it's not very helpful. Okay. Yeah. I feel like the smart thing to do. Oh no, did I just mark it? God. I feel like the tail probably should have been like a little bit I guess a little bit looser, because having it come up like this looks really strange when I think it's supposed to be like all the way down here. And the worst part about this is that I feel like I'm putting little marks on her. Okay, some of them are coming off. One of them I definitely might have messed up a little bit. No! Well, sucks to be me. Just make sure you're being careful. This is really hard to actually pose this tail though. Oh, you can't see what I'm trying to say. There we go. In the pictures they show it where with this pet pushed all the way in, it's supposed to be like down here. When you do it, it kind of is like right up against her. I almost am kind of tempted to just leave it behind, even though I know it's supposed to be where it comes around. I just don't like the way it fits when it comes to the front, because it's not really fitting. Yeah, we're gonna leave it in the back, because even though I know it's like it's supposed to wrap around, I think it's just not, it's not vibing well. Oh, oh, oh. Hold hands. Hold hands, it's the rules. Wow. And then, got a little drawer. Pull your knife out. Yeah. But yeah, pretty cool. I do want to take a closer look. I don't feel like taking it apart and doing what I normally do, just because this was a lot of kind of building for this one. Oh god, the box is the heavy part. So first we'll just do like a normal front view. Now this is technically the front view though. When you look at it, it's got the little logo and everything on the front. I will say, you know, it is cute. And obviously this is like a really cute like little figure. It does seem like if you were to pose these where it was like the optimum front position, it would be like this, you know? Either way, just a general front view. Now I'm gonna try and get kind of good looks at the boy. Some things that happen for me, these won't always be the case for everybody. This kind of happens again with every figure you get. One thing I noticed right here, he's got a little bit of like, I guess, like either a black misprint or like a little bit of stray paint. But kind of get a look at the front of his face. I think they did a good job of putting like the details on his actual eyes. Doing, you know, like the little cat eyes and everything like that. He's got his little bell and his little hands. Now, as I mentioned, and it might have been hard to see because we were so far out, his hands are magnetic. You can kind of see some of the detail. I wish they did color in the green on his ring, but when some you lose some. They did at least put the little lapels and stuff on there. So that's kind of nice. This hand in particular was hard to pose because it's actually interlaced with hers. So moving it around and posing it can sometimes be hard to get where they're actually like holding hands. They did do the little designs like for the actual boop, lining in there. So like all the little seams and stuff they have for him. We got his very basic front half and his shoes. I kind of wish they made this steel toe a little bit shinier, but they did at least color a different color. Oh, we got some fabric dust. Boop, 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 boop. That didn't take off any of it. Okay, so just kidding. I thought it was like, you know, factory dust, because it's something they do to like make it like a smoother or matte finish to kind of keep it soft. That is definitely like on there. That like fade that there is. That's unfortunate that that's on there. But I also noticed it too because it was a little bit here. When I felt it, it didn't feel like powder. It felt like very kind of rough. Here's the back of his head though. The back. Wow. They did put the green on his actual staff. I think they could have made his staff silver because it's not supposed to be black, but whatever. His little belt. Again, this is detachable. That's what the insides look like. Kind of weird, but you just kind of snap it in. This is very loose though, so I don't know how I feel about that. They did put a lot of creases on the back of his suit, like on his butt, but also on his knees and his ankles. Oh, there's a couple in the front. Not a whole lot though. That's most of Chat Noir though. Oh no, you know, I just realized, I don't know when that happened, but there is a red mark on him. Can I clean it though? Okay, good news is you can clean it. There's still obviously a little bit of it that's still left on him. You can kind of see it there a little bit, but be very careful with this figure. This is now probably the second time I've had something transfer over to something else. So we have the actual base though. Now the base is pretty cool. It's involved, to say the least. But yeah, the bottom says Miraculous on the front. Spin it around. Got some cute little details here and like the little other side chimney. There's even some little speckles on the brick. I think the thing with Chat Noir is that he has it where his blonde hair isn't shaded, and like black you don't really need to shade too often. So I think they kind of phoned it on that, but it does look like they put shading in other spots, like on the actual, you know, base and stuff. Because this wouldn't look nearly as good if it didn't have shading on this. It would look so flat. Ladder and the little lattice fence, not fence, roof fence, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I want to look at the base. Pretty cute. And I know on Little Ladybug's part, she has like the hearts in the chimney bit. So nice little side touch. But now we get to look at Ladybug. Let's see, we're gonna get it where you can see her actual face. They did a good job of sculpting her face. It's super cute. I think that initially was what got me to want to buy this figure. They did a good job of doing like the shading in her eyes. Again, her skin isn't maybe shaded, but they did do like a different lip color for her. On her ears, on her little earrings, they did actually go through and do the little 5 dots. That's one thing I just noticed there though, the black doesn't come all the way up. We have the front of her though. She actually does have shading on her body. It is very light, but you know, it is going to make sense if they put shading on her versus then on the like on Chat Noir on all the black. They did do a lot of like actual sculpt with the like creases and everything. She as well also has them on the backs of her knees and her little feet. Her little feetsies. Now one thing that's odd for the back of this figure, since we're going at kind of the legs, it's like her legs are connected a lot further than you would expect. Kind of strange, but it mostly looks odd when you get at an angle like this where it looks like she is wearing stockings that are too short for her. We have her little yo-yo, and then we have the back of her hair. Her little pigtails. I do like the way they sculpted her pigtails. They look much nicer than whatever the heck I have on my head. Look like little artichokes. I'm back. I do think overall this was a pretty obviously neat figure. I do think it is going to look nice whenever I figure out where I want to put it. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, Not that it's not big. This is like, what is this, 14 inches? I don't know. I'm not a super strict person when it comes to like measuring, knowing all the sizes and stuff. Definitely not the biggest figure that we have in the house. Now I will say, we have purchased other big figures in this household. This is not the first $300 plus figure that we've gotten. I know the Diva statue, oh God, what was that? How much was that figure? Oh, let me look that up because I don't want to be wrong and say 300 and then it's like 600. Ting, I'm back. So I did find the Diva statue was initially like 400 something. I think she did at some points go down to 300 something. I guess, so the thing with the Diva statue, that one's a lot bigger. It's a lot heftier, and it's a similar situation where we have it where the painting and stuff maybe isn't really the best. The build maybe can sometimes be a little bit jiggly or a little bit loose, but it is made to be like where the figure is made for the size and the structure versus the, you know, detail and the paint. I feel like that kind of comes here with this figure where certain pieces were jiggly, certain pieces weren't. Some pieces fit perfectly. Some pieces, like the tail, didn't work how they had intended. I do think there's a lot of nice things they do for it where they put like magnets on there, so you can actually like build and structure the hands. I do think it probably would have been better to just actually do what most anime figures do and just do pegs, because those probably will end up, I mean, magnets will end up lasting a long time, but what's going to end up happening is that that's how you're very likely to lose something, because you could easily just flick one and then it falls off. That kind of stinks when you think about it in that perspective, especially with that tail. The tail is very loose because it doesn't really fit. The tail doesn't fit how it's supposed to, and it also doesn't fit how I have it posed right now, so it's kind of losing either way. So there's not really much you can do. I mean, the nice thing about this one, this figure versus the Diva figure, it came with this cool box. This box is dope. It's got this, like, it's like plush. It's like a soft fabric. I mean, it's a cheap fabric. You can tell it's kind of like that itchy, like movie theater seating. That's kind of what it feels like. But you know, they still put like all the little emblem or like the little, I don't know what those are called, little beads or whatever. And it's like plushy, and then like this outside. I mean, the box itself is just really dope. So like if you're not putting your figure on display in it, which I probably won't be doing, because what am I going to leave this closed and put it somewhere? I don't have room for them to put this, but I'm going to find something cool to do with the box or somewhere to put it, I think. We'll see. You know, I could use it for storage for things that aren't, you know, going to like ruin the box. They did package it really well, so you knew when it was like in transit it was going to be safe, so that was really nice. And the instructions are kind of whack, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, whoever made the instructions for this, their native language is not English. Actually, you know, that's for a fact. The figure was made in China. But, you know, I do think they probably could have maybe done a little bit of a, like, once over with that. Maybe, because I know this is a big product kind of thing. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not asking for that, but some of it was a little bit weird. It made it feel like, you know, when this figure was actually being made, it wasn't being made with love or by someone who kind of knows what the material is. That's a small thing, but whatever. But, you know, if you're thinking about looking at this figure, or you were kind of on the fence about it, which I don't blame you. Like I said, this was a $300 something figure. It's not cheap. Look how tiny they look compared to me. Why do they look so small? But yeah, if you like this, or if you want to see some closer pictures of the figures, definitely go check out my Instagram. That's at Desunasis. I am going to take pictures. I'll probably try and do one of Ladybug, one of Chat Noir, kind of give them their own little clips. Maybe mix the base in on both sides, because they are still, this is almost like getting two figures for one. But I will take more pictures, so go check them out on my Instagram. If you're interested in seeing other figure reviews, I do review my figures whenever I do get new ones in the mail. It is an official like unboxing for the first time. As you saw, that was packed tight with tape. I couldn't even take a peek if I wanted to without just like completely destroying the packaging. And, you know, let me know if you have questions about the figure or anything like that. Put those in the comments. I'll take a look. If there's anything specific that maybe I have missed, I'd be more than welcome to answer any of those questions too. As well as for other videos on my channel, I do have my art and as well cosplay. That's at Esnon. So definitely, you know, if you want to check them out, see what I got there. I got lots of arts and pictures, some old Ladybug cosplays. I've not done that in a while. I appreciate you guys for watching, especially if you got to this end. This is going to be a pretty big video, so I really appreciate all the support, of course. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys next time, whenever that is, because now I officially, again, don't know when my next figures are coming. I just know I have a lot on pre-order, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day, and bye! Oh man, I didn't make him kiss. No! I could. Oh, I'm not taking it apart for the kiss. Just imagine it. Just imagine. I was gonna say I could kiss him, but I'm not doing that. I'm not. Sorry. No, we're not doing that.